food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular single-axle light American lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too. My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own. Always in the driver's seat, huh? Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot. Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop. Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey, Reese, you hungry?
You know I am, Mama. Let me introduce y'all to my canes. We got chicken fingers. They hit the spot, baby. Fries are golden crispy, Texas toast crunchy, and they cane sauce right. You got a coleslaw right here. Ooh, Lord help me. This sweet tea makes me sweet. That's what my mama said. So what are you doing right now? Get your mom to take you to Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Hello.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio. This is Choppin' It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, introducing you to some of the best local restaurants across Lincoln. Here's your host, Chef Manuel Chubb Hurd.
What's happening, diggets and diggeteers? Welcome to Choppin' It Up with Chubb, the soulful way on 93.7 The Ticket. Text in the show at Starter Heyman Jewelers text line at 402-464-5685 and a live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Allo Cable Channel 961. What's up, folks? It's your boy Chubb. I just want to say happy Saturday to all you guys, man. And today we got a heck of a show. I've been waiting since we started last year to get this guy on here. And I want to welcome everybody to the show. My good friend from Chef Our Chef, Aaron Young. and marketing Matt. Welcome to the show, fellas.
What's up? Hey, everybody.
How you guys doing today?
I'm doing better than good.
Good deal. Well, before we get into things, man, I want to publicly say thanks, Aaron, for all you've done for me. Man, I met you,
man.
10 years ago, 11 years ago at church. And we were sharing our stories of our passion, how to cook, man. And I'll never forget, I had a wedding of 300, 400 people.
Yeah, it was a big
and
one.
You helped me out. You got all the food for me. And ever since then, man, you've been there. You know, you let me use your place for a commissary kitchen. You've helped me. You gave me like advice in the game and stuff, man. So I probably want to say thank you, brother.
I love you, man.
I appreciate you. Love you back.
Yeah, it's great when you're talking to somebody and you can see their passion. And like when you're talking, it got me excited. And so it's like, man, I want to do everything I can to help you be successful, because I totally get that. Because I had people like that in my life when I was getting started that believed in me, saw my dream, saw my vision, and they helped me get there. And so it's like, I feel like I want to do that for you too, as much as I could. And
I appreciate it.
Still do.
And it's not only me, it's a lot of people. I mean, I've heard of people saying, oh yeah, well, Aaron let me use his Cambros and all that. I was like, that's a good dude right there.
Yeah, I truly believe, man, if you've been blessed, you should bless others. And I honestly believe the more blessing I do, the more blessing I get.
That's right. That's right.
Blessings come up. Got to give it to receive it.
Blessings come down. So tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, man. So I don't know if you knew this. You know my mom, right? She's Hispanic.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that my mom is Hispanic. And so my dad is white and he's from Iowa. And Jackson, I got to say, I love your sticker, man. Iowa has bad corn. My favorite shirt to wear. They do. That's like the greatest Midwest diss ever. Love it. I even have a shirt on when we play Iowa Hate Week, and it says worst state ever. And it's just because my dad's from Iowa.
Why is there so much hate towards Iowa?
Because their corn's bad.
I get that, but why is there so much hate towards Iowa? Like, why? When did that start? When we got into the Big Ten Conference?
It's the, we play the Heroes game every year against the Iowa Hawkeyes, mainly football, but big rival.
But like of all, it seems like when we started playing in Iowa, people really started hating the state to a point where they were like, when I drive through here, all I want to do is drive off the road.
You know, true. It's just a brother. It's like a brother. It's a family thing, right?
Yeah. Hopefully that's what it is.
That's all it is. It's a Midwest.
It's like an arm punch, right? Hey, brother.
Yeah. And taking the corn away.
Well, I'm from Cali, so I really can't get in that conversation. So I'll let you guys go at it.
But no, so my mom is from the Southwest. That's where she met my dad. So I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay.
So Breaking Bad fans out there, all those places I've been. And I grew up, the car wash. I remember going to that car wash as a kid. So like that hit some nostalgia for me. But no, so then my mom's family, big Catholic family. So like 12 siblings. Dude, I remember as a kid, like dominoes, playing dominoes, pozole, making tamales, like that whole like just Hispanic culture. I took it for granted at the time, but I loved it. I just loved how everyone brought together, all the family feuds, the fighting, all that stuff. And then my dad just pretty much has his brother and his parents. That was kind of his side of the family. So really small, intimate. And my grandma was an amazing just cook. She just made very simple food very well. So my favorite thing, our vacations were traveling to their homes at different times of the year. And so it was always around food, always around family. And I just love how food brings everybody together. And then when I was trying to figure out what to do with my life, no one is really in the food industry in my family. Everyone just cooks because that's what you do. You just have to cook to feed your family. It was in culinary school, it was at Southwest where I graduated high school. Go Hawks. And my culinary teacher noticed that I had like a passion for cooking and I was really good at it. So she talked me in. Miss McCraney, I love you. You're great. She really told me to go to culinary school and pursue my passion in that. So I looked around, looked at Chicago, looked at Denver, and then ended up going to SCC. So Southeast Community College. I was like, hey, I could afford this. All these other places were going to cost 30, 40 grand a year. And that's a good chef salary back then. And I'm like, doesn't make sense to go spend all this money where I'm barely going to make that much. So I went to SCC, knew I wanted to stay here. Ended up going to doing a culinary internship in Disney World halfway through my degree at SCC. Made great connections down there. Worked in Orlando, Florida. Worked for the Mouse. Got brainwashed. It was awesome. I love Disney. Actually, I have some friends down there right now, and I told them, you need to go see the show, the Festival of Lion King at Animal Kingdom, because it'll blow your mind.
That's my neck of the woods. That's where I'm from.
Oh, from Orlando?
Yeah.
Kissimmee? Yeah.
I'm from Claremont. It's right outside of
yeah.
Orlando. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Orlando.
So yeah, this is cold weather for you. I remember I was down there in 2007 when Lincoln got the huge blizzard in December. I was at Blizzard Beach in Orlando. My mom called me. She's like, "Hey, we're in a blizzard." I'm like, "I don't want to hear that. I'm at a water park called Blizzard Beach. Bye." So, but yeah, no. So I've been in Lincoln since 2001. Lived in Albuquerque. Went to Cincinnati, Ohio for a few years because of Dad's job. Then he moved us down to Dallas, Texas. Fun fact: I actually would have went to the same high school as Rex Burkhead if I would have stayed in Plano, Texas.
Wow.
So
could have been.
Yeah, I think he would have been a year. I don't. We were in the same year or a year before me. But I just thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, I've been in Lincoln since 2001. I was in 7th grade when 9/11 happened. I remember that I was actually in history class. We were journaling CNN when all that stuff went down. So that's kind of one of those fun questions. People are like, where were you during 9/11? I was in 7th grade watching it happen on CNN. But I knew I wanted to stay here in Lincoln, and I just always loved food. When I was down in Disney, I really fell in love with catering because I've worked in restaurants all around town. And, restaurants are one thing, a different kind of stress level. You're not knowing who's coming in, when they're coming in. And then I started doing catering when I was in Disney, and I loved it. It was a different kind of team camaraderie, but you knew who you were cooking for. You knew what you were cooking. You knew when you were cooking. And I really, really fell in love with catering because I love those controlled variables. And I don't know, just for me as a professional and as just a person, when I know what the expectations are, I have a lot better chance of meeting that and doing a really good job when I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And so that's why I love catering, the controlled variables. And yeah, man, that's a lot. I kind of went all over the place.
So
that was great.
Any kids?
Yeah. So family life, man, met my wife, Danny. So this is crazy. 2012 is when I started Chef Au Chef. I got started. Birthday's coming up. 13th birthday is coming up on the 18th. Met my wife on Match.com in 2011. So I started my business February 2012. Got married in June 2012, and then went full time with the business in August of 2012. Because my whole thought is if the world's going to end with the Mayan calendar ending in 2012, I'm just going all in. Because if it goes, it goes. If it works, it works. And been very blessed ever since. But yeah, no, Danny and I have been married now for going on 13 years. It's really easy to tie with the business. So I remember that really well. Love you, babe. And then we got 3 kiddos. We got Caleb, who's 10. We got Bethany, who is 8 and so feisty. And then we have Eve, who's my snuggle princess. She's 4. And then we got a dog. Still. Yeah. And so those are my people.
Any of them follow in your footsteps? Do they want to cook?
Oh, they all
show interest.
They all love cooking. They love to come help at the kitchen. They are on payroll, the 2 older ones, and they do help with events when possible. If I have to work a Sunday event, I'm like, my only stipulation is my kids are going to come. Is that cool? If it is, great. If not, I can't do it.
Now, when we first met you over at Chef Au Chef, you had it was like a restaurant where people went in and ate, right?
Correct.
Totally got away from that. And
yeah. So in 2014 to 2017, I had a cafe, which was just a little cafe Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I did that because with my landlord at the time, he gave me half off my lease if I had a restaurant, because he wanted a restaurant back in the building. And so that's the only reason I did that. And then when that lease was up, I wasn't going to get that discount. And I'm like, I just want to focus on catering because back then a good day was like $100, $150. And I was losing money with the labor and the food, and catering was self-sustaining. So let's focus on that.
That's where I'm trying to get. I'm trying to branch more into catering.
Yeah, because like I said, it's controlled variables. But the biggest thing is, just, when you get those jobs or whatever, just doing the best to try to get them the repeat. Because I was telling my business coach, said it's really tough because if you tell a client no after they've worked with you so long, they're going to go find somebody else, and then they don't come back to you. And so it's tough. So it's like, as the owner and as the chef, you're like, I just want to take on all that I can. But when you get to that point where you can't, it's really, it's really hard to say no to your good clients. And we actually have a rule now that, like, it's kind of a policy. Like, we take care of our really, really good clients. We don't tell them no. Like, that's what they love about us. If they say yes, if they come to us, our immediate response is yes, and then we figure out the details. And it was kind of difficult. Last was it October 5th was the homecoming game. That weekend was crazy because everyone does a lot of big stuff on that. Weddings are on that date. A lot of departments and different schools are having their tailgates because all their alumni are back, and so it's just a really big.
Football season comes, you do stuff where Gabrielle Union's around, correct?
So we have Blur parties. She hasn't been there for the last few years, but yeah, it's Blur parties. They're down underneath the 9th Street Viaduct. There's something that, gosh, I don't remember how many years, but it was Pelini's last year. We did all of Riley's, a little bit of Frost, and then we just brought him back this year for. I don't go by seasons. I go by coaches, sadly. Because that's usually how it goes, right? But it was just more like the excitement when the new coach came on. We were really excited, but then when we're not winning, when the team's not winning, the counts go down. Unless it's like a Colorado game or a big rivalry game, then we would have a lot of counts. But a lot of times those were only averaging 150, 200 people, and like for us to break even, we needed at least 250 people because we were giving them a really good deal and providing a lot of food. And also, if there were morning games, no one wanted to really go tailgate at 8, 9 in the morning at this big corporate tailgate without,
Marketing, Matt.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What is your role over at Chef?
Still kind of trying to figure that out. No, but truthfully though, it's still trying to figure that out because I'm trying to learn Aaron a lot more. I think my job is to take what his vision is and create something out of it. So some kind of content, a lot of community-based stuff, which I think is so big that Aaron and I connect on that. We just have a lot of synergy when it comes to helping folks and really wanted to seek out those who need. And so with a restaurant, of course, the food is a big thing to have. So I guess my job is going to be to continue doing what Aaron was doing and follow that vision, make it bigger and even better, just so we can touch more lives in every aspect of it. Because the cool part about Wham Bam Meal in a Pan, if you don't know, that's what kind of the rundown with Chef. Chef will do the catering side. Wham Bam Meal in a Pan will be the meals with a protein, a vegetable, and a starch. So that kind of stuff is so easy to market because it's such a good product. Because you get it into situations sometimes, and then they're like, "Here's a ketchup popsicle. Go sell that to people in white gloves." I've never had that, but whatever. So, but
Tom Callahan could do that.
Thanks. So having a product that's just so good, with an owner that's just so good, with the heart's in the right spot, is exactly what I need and exactly what I needed. And the crazy part is I had just left my job, told my wife, I said, "Honey, I quit my job." And she said, "Today?" I said, "Yeah, today. I'm about to drive home." So, and I put out a text to a couple people to say, "Hey, keep your eyes open for me." Aaron wrote back and was like, "Hey man, go to this marketing meeting, this networking meeting tomorrow with me." So I went with him. And we walked back outside and he said, "I'll match what they were giving you over there and I'll take you on board as the marketing and community guy." And I'm like, dude. And just, you talk about what Aaron does and where Aaron has been and what he does for people. That story's bigger than any of the jobs that I do with Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Except they all intertwine. But to see what Aaron has done over time, including this, I'll just say it out loud, but he basically sent my kid to Guatemala on a missions trip. He paid for that last $1,000 that we needed, And so it was just one of those things that Aaron, he'll show up where people need, and not only for the people in his life, but he'll show up for the people he's never met before.
Right.
And I know there's a lot of people that need a lot of stuff, and we're not going to be able to touch every single person that does need something, but I know we're going to try to. So and that's just part of what my job is right now. And then the other side is, talking good about Aaron's restaurant and and really meaning it though. That's the cool part.
Well, maybe you could talk him into getting rid of that ugly car he's got.
I'm sorry.
Don't you bring Roxy into this.
What happens when you drive a Cybertruck around town?
One thing, good conversation Matt and I had, and I got two Matts on the team. So we got Matt Rydberg, who does our marketing, and then we have Matt Van Hoosen, who does sales. Okay. And so Big Matt, oh man, that guy wears his heart on his sleeve. We love him. He's one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet. And but Matt Rydberg asked me, he's like, "What would make my position successful?" And I said, honestly, man, is if everyone who ever comes in contact with Chef or Wham Bam Meal in a Pan, they just have two thoughts, like one, good food and good for the community. Like that's what I want to be known for. That's what I want him to help give a vision for. And mainly it's just, we have an idea. He makes it come to life because like, you said, you're so busy, you can't do everything. I want to make posts, but I got this catering I got to get out. I got to get this email answered. I got to answer this phone call. I got to do this. I got to do that. Got to go get some food. So it's like, Matt, hey, I have this idea. Make it come to life.
And the good thing is when you know somebody that well and you can kind of read their minds in the creative process, I think that's so helpful because guys like us, and I don't want to just say ADHD guys, but you know what I mean? Our minds kind of go pretty quick. That stuff just flies away and you'll never ever see anything. So Aaron's able to then throw out an idea that's partially done, and then we're able to recreate it so he can move on to the next job that he's got, managing employees or doing paperwork or paying bills or buying new buildings or whatever that part is. Let me do the fun stuff so you can go do the boss stuff.
Right. Well, Aaron, tell me about when Wham Bam came to mind. Like how did that come?
Yeah.
Because I remember when you started that, the starter pistol sounded, man, and you took off.
It was
running.
It was just one of those things that, so 2018, early 2018, Danny, my wife's working full time. We got 3 kids in daycare, 1 in school. Well, no, they were all in daycare at that time. Caleb didn't start kindergarten until 2020 and COVID year. And so we were just running all over the place, different activities. And we just got tired of drive-through. We got tired of drive-through, got tired of takeout. And I'm doing all these events. I literally just took a pan, put some leftovers in it from an event, took it home. I put it on the counter, and Danny goes, "What's for dinner?" And I just threw it on the counter, and she goes, "Wham bam, dinner's done." And I'm just like, there's something there, kind of.
Yeah.
And then kind of in my prayer, before that, I was always praying, I do events and people would be like, "Hey, I love your food, but I don't know when I'm going to have another big event. Like you fed my daughter's wedding, your food is great, but I don't know when I'm going to have it again. Or you fed our office, but I don't want to be able to order for that many people again." So I was like, how do I connect my big events to being in somebody's home? And that's like where, I was praying, meditating, trying to figure out how do I solve that issue. And then with Danny saying that, I'm like, what if they kind of put it on Facebook and said, "Hey, if we were going to do something like this, who would be interested?" And it just blew up. It had like 30,000 impressions, a bunch of different reactions shared. So then we tried it, and that was like in June of 2018, and it kind of just evolved into what it is today. And from the get-go, I always said, no matter what we do, no matter what, we're always going to donate $1 for every pan we sell. $1 is going to go back to the food bank of Lincoln. And it was just one of those things where it's not one like you have to willingly do it. Like, "Hey, would you like to donate $1 to the food bank?" It's like, nope, you buy a pan, it's just happening. So even if you don't like the food bank, it's happening. So hopefully, if
Why would you not like?
Yeah, if you don't like the food bank, please don't come get food from us.
How does Wham Bam work? Do we have to order online so you know how many meals to do, or can we walk in?
So both. We encourage the call ahead because right now, my business coach Jennifer, shout out to Jennifer, you're awesome.
Girl, what up?
Yo, girl,
what up?
She recommended that we send the newsletter out on Thursdays instead of Saturdays so people can plan next week. Because the idea is the menu comes out a week ahead of time. You can start to look and, fill in like, okay, I know I got dinner plans on Monday, Friday's Valentine's Day. I want to order Tuesday, Thursday. So you can order it ahead.
It's like dinner meal planning.
Yep. Or like right now, I just noticed a big thing. There's a lot of people that are doing meal trains right now for people that just had babies, deaths in the families, things like that. Yeah. So there's a huge schedule. Like, oh, I see Wednesday's open. I'm going to bring Wham Bam that night. So I sign up for it, order it. I know it's guaranteed. So we say if you pre-order, it's guaranteed. Walk in is first come, first serve. Okay. So we always make a little bit of extra. But our goal is, since we do a new menu item every day right now, I say, we don't want to have leftovers because that's money, right? That's waste. And but if we do have leftovers, we do donate to a nonprofit called To the Brim that Lenore and Chris Berger, shout out to you guys, love you.
What's up, girl?
They provide us with containers, and we put our leftovers in there, freeze them, and then they come and pick them up, and they bring them to like 5 different locations that anybody can come and pick up food, no questions asked. But if you're struggling, you can go to those locations, tothebrimcommunity.com.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So we work with them, but a lot of different cool connections, So a lot of people are eating our food, don't realize it's our food, but we just wanted to get enjoyed and, be there for people instead of throwing it away.
Now, have you been selling out? I know you posted the other day, you sold out.
Yeah, it just depends. Yeah, it depends on the meal. It's a little slower this time of year, but it's consistent. Like last night we didn't sell out, but we made a little bit more because we know this is a good meal that freezes well and people will eat it. So, we make so much, but yeah, no, it's going pretty good. Just a lot of people just are intimidated by it or don't know about it because it's such a unique concept. It's just different. Like the ordering process,
the food in general, I think about this is that different foods that we go to, we've gone to all the fast food places. If I order something from like a DoorDash, it's going to be like $54 for a burger, $17 for a pan for two. That's a healthy meal that was made by an actual chef just 2 hours earlier, prepping everything for the day, seasoning, marinating, and it's all real stuff. And that's a pan for you to pick up. And I think the cool thing is that there are a lot of people that are sick right now and moms that don't want to cook. And I know that my daughter's home right now. She was sick overnight. And so it's so nice just to be able to give somebody a hot meal when they're in that situation. Everybody goes through something in their life where they want a hot pan, a hot meal. Like even when they bring over like spaghetti or lasagna or something, we have to heat it up. This is all cooked and ready for you. So I think it's a cool thing too, because it does give you the opportunity to do those sort of things with food. And I think that's the neat thing about food, bringing people together, you know, so
hold that thought.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to pay some bills and we'll return after these messages.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
See the Black Label Built team this weekend at the Home Builder Show at the Sandhills Global Event Center from Friday through Sunday.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Hey farmers, Boyd Farm Outfitters is hosting a product expo at their facility near Exeter on Tuesday, February 11th. They'll introduce the newest products from precision planting and demo the Quick Draw Spray Tender System. They'll give you an up-close look at the Green Eye Select spraying system, reveal the future of soybean traits, and much more. Stay up to date with the newest technologies in agriculture and learn how your farm can save time and money to become more efficient. Visit BoydFarmOutfitters.com for more information, and they'll see you on the 11th.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through February 11th is $2 off burgers, limit of 2, 20% off sauces and spices, and 5 pounds of 75-25 ground beef for $20. Limit of 2 while supplies last. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Stop asking your friends if they're hosting a party this Sunday and come for the real party instead. Join 93.7 The Ticket for the big game at Wings and Rings at 68th and O this Sunday and walk away with great prizes just for showing up. Why worry about making a great spread of food for the game at your house when you can enjoy all the great wings and more at Wings and Rings? It's the big game party with 93.7 The Ticket at Wings and Rings this Sunday at 68th and O.
Back to Chopping It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, with your host, Chef Manuel Chubb Hurd, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Chopping It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, on 93.7 The Ticket. Text in the show at Starter Heyman Jewelers text line at 402-464-5685 and the live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Allo Cable channel 961. And folks, really text in if you have any questions for Matt, Aaron here, or myself. Go ahead and get at us on Facebook or shoot us a text. And Matt, when we left off, he was talking about like cooking meals and all that and stuff, man. So we'll give the mic back to you.
Remember when I said about the ADD thing? Yes, I am diagnosed. So I don't know what we were talking about earlier. Who are you guys anyway? What am I doing Aaron here? No, and I don't actually remember what we were talking about.
We were just talking about like meals and stuff, and you know,
giving them out too.
Yeah.
Bam, bam. So here's what else is I think that I've learned from Aaron, and not just it's been a really I don't know what to say, just an amazing miracle of watching God work in our friendship and how long we've known each other, and the things that I've learned from Aaron. And one thing I have learned is whatever you got, you can give it away. And it's like there's leftover food there. What are we going to do with this? A lot of people just toss it. We find a way. We want to find a way. And once you put the word out there, what do you need? People are going to respond to it. You're going to find out that everybody's got something that everybody needs.
Yeah. Talk about the breakfast burritos we did and how we did the giveaway
from
the Good Life Havesy.
Oh,
we had like the 200 breakfast burritos.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying, we just gave them away. So we afterwards, he wanted to do, this is insane. He wanted to feed like 6,000 people.
I remember that.
Breakfast burritos at a race. So that's an awesome thing to do. And we had everybody from our churches to youth groups to just friends, whoever you could find. The guy who was standing outside trying to catch a bus came inside and started wrapping burritos with us. And then we had, how many? He said 200 or so left over from the 6,000. And so we had them in there and we're like, what are we going to do with these? Why don't we just put it out there? Let's put it out on social media and just say, hey, we got these burritos. If you want them, come by. And it was so cool because you could see that every walk of life came into that door that day, and we threw 3 or 4 tacos in there. They had 6 kids with them. We were just tossing breakfast burritos in there, and we just fill this up and then watch people leave knowing that they're gonna have that food. And whether it's something they just want to keep cool for breakfast the next day, or they're really feeding their family dinner that night, to watch everybody come together once again over food was really neat.
And that was awesome because I remember you posted it. You was looking for help. You had like 3 shifts. So it was like 3 shifts where you did that like all day.
Yep.
That was amazing, man. So hats off to you for that.
Thank you. It was one that got my family got involved. They worked like 10 p.m. to midnight. We had some neighbor kids helping out. And then we had a professional group come in, people on payroll to work midnight. It was supposed to be 6 a.m., but we got done at 4. And then we had a youth group that I had donated to come in and work 6 a.m. to essentially 9 a.m. and
That was the day of.
That was day of. Yeah, I was all the night before to the day of. It was 6,500 breakfast burritos.
That's a lot.
It took Taylor. Taylor's my executive chef.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Tato,
Taylor.
Tato.
He spent was it 10 hours scrambling eggs.
Wow.
Like, people are like, how much? I can't even imagine 6,500 eggs. I'm like, well, just take one egg times by 6,500. That's how many eggs that is.
Carpal tunnel set in, huh?
So I anticipated, I think I budgeted 6 hours for cooking eggs, but I didn't, the human error of having to like stop and like massage the forearms.
Yeah.
So yeah, now Taylor, you can just dominate everybody in arm wrestling because of that. So you're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, nice work.
That's your raise. Good job.
That's what's up. So you got anything coming up, like any special events or anything?
We got Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valentine's
It's going to be
Day.
a lover's pan.
So what's going to be in that? Some chocolate strawberries.
Chef, tell us about what's in that thing.
It's going to be a full meal.
Mhm.
It's our Arcadian mixed salad with fresh cucumbers, carrots, and tomatoes.
Why you get your Barry White voice to talk for Valentine's?
Because it's the lover's
This ain't
pan.
just food, it's a lover's pan.
And you can get ranch or balsamic with it. I will say our balsamic is one of our most complimented items that we have. It's a house-made rustic balsamic. That meal is also going to come with 2 filet mignons, 5 ounces each, with a whole grain mustard demi-glace sauce, classic risotto, seared asparagus. And then for dessert, we have ET Sweets. Shout out to Erin, the best cottage baker in Lincoln and the world. She's making us some lava cakes to go with that. So for a 2-portion meal, $60.
$60.
Now, how can they order that meal if they want to get that?
Our ordering webpage,
You can go to Wham Bam Meal in a Pan. You can just go there and then follow it through. You'll see
Wham Bam Meal in a Pan.
mealinthepan.com and you'll see where to order it. But get that for your lover. You know, we're going to go pick that up. It's going to be all done. You guys can go sit wherever you want. If it's a nice night, take it to a park. I know that's kind of cliche, but I've never done that with my wife. Maybe we'll do that this
It
Valentine's
might be a
Day.
little too cold, but like, gentlemen, this is the best way. I don't know about you, but my wife, one of her biggest, her love languages, men, if you don't know your wife's love languages, I recommend to know that, look into it, get the book, 5 Love Languages, but it's act of service and quality time. So if you take the initiative to make the plans, get the food, and just say, hey, babe, you pick out your favorite wine, and we're going to dine. And I got that part. And then we can do the other thing later, if you know what I mean.
Have dessert. Have dessert.
Quack, quack.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, I would love to see a bunch of guys come in on Friday and picking up meals for their wives.
And reservations, you know how it goes. You want to go to the place that she asked you to make a reservation 3 months ago for, and you didn't do it. So then you're going to call on the 13th, and there's nothing there. So let's plan this out now and just come by before then. Let's get.
We're not going to go there, babe. We're going to get some Wham Bam.
Yeah,
lovers pan.
Fellas out there, make sure you get that Wham Bam for your woman out there.
Yeah.
So that's what's up, man. Filet mignon.
Filet mignon.
So we got any questions over there? Anybody?
Make one up, Jackson.
Nothing
so we look
yet.
cool.
Nothing yet.
All right.
What do you have a question about?
Oh man.
How can you get one of those?
What's
for
your
his girlfriend?
favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yeah.
Man, it's so as a college kid, I feel like the basic answer is, anything cheap. So,
Yeah.
What's cheap to you?
Hamburger.
I mean, yeah. You find like a good hamburger. I had Honest Abe's the other day.
And what'd you spend on that?
They're a little pricey.
But they're good burgers. But here's the thing, though, is it's weird because you think like, I'm going to go to fast food and we're going to go and we're going to grab this, and a drink. And it's like literally for our family of 4, like $65.
Yeah.
And a family of 4 pan is $30. And you're going to get way more than 4. I mean, there's always leftovers in a 4 pan for my family too. So if you like pulled pork, you like meatballs, you like chicken, for whatever reason, Aaron makes chicken that is always so tender. Chicken breast. It's not brown. It's chicken breast, straight up, just the moistest.
If you want to know how make chicken breast tender, text in. How do you make it tender? And we'll tell you. You ain't getting no secrets unless you text me.
Or you come in on Facebook. So if you want to learn how to make tender chicken, I got ready to say tender turkey.
Tender chicken.
But for some tender chicken, call in.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to my crew because obviously I could not do this without them. First person I want to give a shout out to that I haven't mentioned yet is our boy Faustino Marino. We call him Chacho.
Chacho.
And we have a checking in on Chacho series on our Facebook and Instagram. He's been with me 12 years. One of the hardest workers you'll ever meet. Best smile around. Just a good dude. We love you, Faustino. Right now we got Sarah in the kitchen. She is helping make the food since I'm not there. Saturday's my day to cook. So she is in there. She's fairly new. She's rocking it out. She helps with all of our catering. She helps work events, helps cook the food, and she also helps with Wham Bam. Probably the most beautiful person we have in our entire office is Margie Shackleton. She is our HR director, and she's also my mother-in-law. So that's why I was saying that, to get some extra points. But it is actually, we have a really great relationship. I don't think a lot of husbands would work with their mother-in-laws, but mine's really cool and beautiful. But she's also my administrative assistant. She helps go through my emails. Aaron, you need to answer this one. I can answer this one. You need to answer this one, Aaron. It's from 2 days ago. Get on it. Obviously, and then some of our catering crew, or anyone that helps with events. We got Kira, Jesse, Cooper, and Zoe have been helping out more with doing a lot more prepping and cooking and helping run events. Fran helps out every once in a while. And then a lot of people don't know this, but I actually got my start being a personal chef for a fraternity house. That was my first big contract that I got. I didn't even know that was a thing. And then when I was between jobs in like 2010, I had my program chair, Joe Taylor. Love you, girl. You're awesome, Miss Bernadine. And she called me and she's like, hey, my sorority that I was in was looking for a personal chef. Is that something to be interested in? And I was between jobs and I said, yeah, tell me about it. And she told me about it and I loved it. It was Monday through Friday, like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. But I had weekends, holidays off. And I was like, and as a chef, or as a cook, I'm like, that sounds amazing. And it paid very similar to what I was making before. And so that's how I got my start, was actually cooking for sorority and fraternity houses. So we still have a few that we manage and that we cook for. There's 3 of them that we cook for out of our kitchen off of 25th that we cater to Monday through Friday. And I got 2 houses. Julie, who is the lead over at one of our sorority houses, been with me 12 years. Her and Faustina are my 2 oldest employees. They've been with me the longest. Sandy and Haley help run that house. They're a mom-daughter duo, and they are just hardworking and positive, and I love having them on the team. They've been with me 5-6 years, maybe even longer. And then Mike, who runs one of our fraternity houses, he cooks all their meals Monday through Friday, just lunch on Fridays, but runs their food service program. He's been with me several years as well, and just they're a great team. Try to take good care of them. They all do their job very well, so that I don't have to do too much. But yeah, when you're in my fraternity sorority house cooks, I just say, stay within your budget and make your client happy. If you're doing that, I don't have to bug you. So,
well, I know I'm gonna catch some slack for this, but it is what it is. Chubb, got to be real. What are you fellas doing tomorrow when the Chiefs take the L?
Oh man, that's a funny thing. We got a funny video coming out about that. At least my answer, I think, is pretty fun. I was going for the Bills, man. I really wanted the Bills to win this year. So
they're not playing, buddy.
No, they are going to win. The Bills are going to win. They're going to beat the Commanders.
Just shake your head up and down. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, sure.
I'm dreaming.
Yeah, it's real neat.
But I don't know about you, man. So Sunday's my day off for the most part. So I don't know if I said it on here, but I told you, I said, when I first had your ribs, man, it like blew my mind. And I was like, I got to learn how to do this because this was amazing. You're closed on Sundays. Sunday's my day off. So I was like, I got to teach myself how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Why are they so good?
You do the bark on them. The seasoning, it's like a little spicy, but it's not too bad. The saltiness of the meat. But man, the char that he gets on it that to me is like good barbecue, good smoke.
You know it came from Chubb.
Yeah.
It make your tongue slap your brains out, Matt.
It's true. We got to go get some in next week. We're gonna go buy some.
How about today?
But it is Saturday. You can go afterwards. But yeah, no. So I'm doing some ribs and some brisket, and we're having some family over. I told Danny, I'm just making brisket and ribs. You can handle all the other sides.
Who you pulling for?
Philly, man.
Okay.
Philly.
Same.
KC all the way, and I think we're ordering a pizza.
KC's pizza?
Probably is how it's gonna go. Kansas City all the way.
What about you, bro?
Kansas City.
Oh,
you want him to get that 3-peat? Is that why, or just?
I'm a Cowboys fan, so
okay.
anything to screw with Philly.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
Yeah, that's really me. But I also, I like the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I got an issue with it.
Our buddy Matt, Big Matt, he said he goes if his team's the Vikings, and if he's not going for his team, he goes for who has the most former Husker players on there.
There you go. Yeah.
And so he's going for Philly because of Cam Newton. Not Newton. Cam Jurgens.
Cam Jurgens.
Yeah,
It's like
Cam Jurgens. I kind of just want a fig Newton too right now.
I mean, that's all I was thinking about. Who's Cam Newton? I want a fig Newton.
They are delicious.
We going to break?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You folks, stay tuned. We got to pay some bills and we'll return after these messages.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hey farmers! Boyd Farm Outfitters is hosting a product expo at their facility near Exeter on Tuesday, February 11th. They'll introduce the newest products from Precision Planting and demo the Quick Draw Spray Tender System. They'll give you an up-close look at the Green Eye Select Spraying System, reveal the future of soybean traits, and much more. Stay up to date with the newest technologies in agriculture and learn how your farm can save time and money to become more efficient. Visit BoydFarmOutfitters.com for more information, and they'll see you on the 11th.
From Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to Choppin' It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, with your host, Chef Manuel Chubb Hurd, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Chopping It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, on 93.7 The Ticket. Texting the show at Starter Heyman Jewelers text line at 402-464-5685, and live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Allo Cable channel 961. So for the folks out there that are wanting information on catering or any of that, how can they get a hold of you? Same thing. Well, they don't want to visit the Wham Bam, do they, for catering?
So the nice thing is all of our websites, you can easily navigate in between. So if you go to our whambammealinapan.com, you can just click on the Chef Off Chef catering and it'll take you to our chefoffchef.com website that has all of our catering information in it. And so for catering, people are like, I don't know what that means. Like, what is catering? And it's like, anytime you need food brought in that you don't have an access to, that's what catering is. So yesterday we fed an accounting firm, Money Smarts, shout out to them. They do both. Yeah, they do our books too. We fed their office building. There were 16 people, individually packaged it for them, took it and dropped it off. So that's what we consider a lunch catering or an office catering. We do banquets. So with the winter sports coming up, in the end, in the next couple months ending, we'll do swimming, we'll do wrestling, we'll do basketball banquets. So any type of sports banquets we can do. Weddings are kind of our main thing. That's what we love to do. We do we did 82 weddings last year. So anyone getting married in, end of this year, going into 2026, we'd love to give them a quote. We have access to a lot of different venues that allow outside catering, and we have preferred catering at several of those venues where we're who they recommend. Otherwise, yeah, the Wham Bam Meal in a Pan is mainly connected to get our caterings into people's homes. So we do a lot of different menu variety, different options. And then also we don't do tastings. A lot of people request, can we do a tasting? And I don't do tastings for a couple reasons. One, we don't stock everything on hand. That allows us to keep our price points as low as we can. And then two, to cook for 2 to 4 people is nothing like cooking for 200 to 300 people. Mm-hmm. The travel, the different, all that stuff. So I tell people, if you need to try our food, meet our team, get a Wham Bam Meal in the Pan. That is the closest thing to a catering you're going to get. We do a lot of our wedding menu items on the Wham Bam Meal. Spinach artichoke chicken breast with a spinach artichoke sauce, our house-made mashed potatoes, green beans with roasted red peppers is one of our most popular wedding menu items. Our beef tips with rice or with mashed potatoes and then a roasted veggie. That's another big popular item. So I direct people and we purposely put those on our Wham Bam for people to try. But
now, do you have a phone number if people want to call in and ask a couple questions?
Yeah, absolutely. We have our main phone number is 402-474-2233.
Right on.
But yeah, chefoffchef.com, Aaron at chefoffchef.com. We got marketing at chefoffchef.com.
And if you were thinking about, and I know we're on Saturday, we don't want to be thinking about work right now, but one thing that we're seeing more and more and more and more, and of course, the productivity of having lunch at work versus people going out and having lunch and then coming back 15 minutes late and then getting into that groove again, is going in and actually bringing this healthy food and this home cooked food to businesses. Is kind of cool when they're used to getting something in a bag and they have to pull out a burger. Mm-hmm. So to see these people that are eating now good food at the office, if you're if you're a boss of any sort whatsoever, if you're making any decisions on anything that has to do with food at your workplace, get Wham Bam Meal in a Pan. We'll deliver to your place. And what do you say? How many plus? Like 10 plus, 20 plus?
So we have a minimum of 500 for our order, but we'll work with any budget as long as if it's on our Wham Bam menu.
Right on, folks. Well, Aaron, Matt, I appreciate you being on the show.
Appreciate you, man.
Folks, we will see you next week. And remember, here at Sofa Cocina, food so good, everybody feels the soul. You did.
Love you, Mom and Dad.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat.